Hello, my name is Tyler Smith, and today I will be discussing with you my topic about labyrinths. Before we get into the discussion about labyrinths, I must first ask you, what is a labyrinth? I will first tell you what isn't a labyrinth. A labyrinth is not a maze. A maze has dead ends and tricks that are made to confuse you and to lead you astray. Labyrinths, on the other hand, were made for the exact opposite. They only have one true path set for you and different obstacles in your way that can get you lost. But in a day, if you keep moving forward, you will only see one path. This is what I have discovered and learned by researching labyrinths. Also, I was always intrigued by labyrinths at a young age because of myth and legend surrounding them. And today I will discuss with you three things about labyrinths that I enjoy and that I want you to understand and know, such as their history, the myths behind them, and the symbolism that along with labyrinths, and why they are still known today and widely talked about in movies and in books. Labyrinths go all the way to the back of before Christ, 2000 BC before Christ, where they were made of rock and stone. They were first originated in Spain, but later many architects and designers brought the design of labyrinths to places like Greece, Egypt, India, and North America. They weren't made to trap people like a lot of people believe, but instead were made to guide them. They were sacred pathways used for spiritual ceremony and rituals. They also were later built on cathedral floors like the ones in France and in Paris. Pilgrims who couldn't travel to the Holy Land of Jerusalem walked these labyrinths instead as a representation of getting close to God and moving forward in life. That even when you walk in circles, you're never truly lost because you're always moving towards something better, something sacred. One topic that a lot of people think of when they think of labyrinths, they think of Greece. Because why? They think of the Minotaur. The story of the Minotaur and the labyrinth. It spoke on and it talked about a king known as Midas, who asked a designer and a builder, Dionysus, forgive me if I mispronounce his name, I apologize, to build a massive labyrinth to trap the Minotaur and to escape using a ball of yarn. This myth was passed down through generations and generations as a symbol of courage, cleverness, and a victory over light, and to not get lost in darkness, but to find your way back. Other cultures and myths also adapted to the design of labyrinths and added them to their myths and legends and culture in different ways, such as the Celts, who saw them as symbols of life, death, and rebirth, as a sign of you go in, you see many different obstacles in your way, and you try to find your way back, and you also move forward, again, symbolizing life, death, and rebirth. Native Americans saw them as symbols of life choices. They saw them as you moving forward in one direction, and there being a wall that stops you, so you must decide whether you want to go left or right. They saw them as ways for you to move throughout life. Vikings used them for protection and carved sigils into stone and walls as they set sail upon seas to different islands and different lands. It was to show protection and safe journeys. Even today, labyrinths appear in movies like Pan's Labyrinth and the Maze Runner trilogy, where both are shown as lost people going in, and at the end of it, you are a complete whole person because you may have been through trips and journeys throughout your labyrinth, but you came out of it a better person, like a lot of legends and myths portray labyrinths as going in unchanged, but then coming out changed. That is also what made a lot of people interested in labyrinths from movies like The Maze Runner and Pan's Labyrinth. Unlike a maze, a labyrinth has no dead end. It has no place in it that can trap you. It is only one way with many different solutions on how to get to that one way. It is a journey to look inside yourself and to also understand yourself. It represents moving forward, and like I stated before, it also represents stops ahead of you. But to not let them stop you, but to keep moving forward through them difficulties and through them hardships. Today, labyrinths are used for meditation, prayer, and healing. And many churches and hospitals, even parks, include small labyrinth designs as a way to stimulate stress and help people find themselves and find clarity. They remind us that even when life feels confusing, we are still moving forward. I didn't understand coming into this project how much labyrinths truly meant to the world and how much they showed an impact on us and the things we do today. I have a deep understanding of labyrinths, and I enjoyed my research and topic today about labyrinths. My name is Tyler Smith, and these are my notes. I broke them up into different paragraphs and key phrases and paragraphs to help me along, such as introduction, body, second body, third body, and conclusion. Thank you.